Manifestation works, but it also doesn't work. Like if you've not manifested your dream life yet, you're watching this video, then obviously there's something that's not working there. What is that thing? So if you believe in manifestation, but you haven't manifested your dream life yet, this video is for you. By the way, I love the idea of manifestation. I actually believe it's true. I remember back in 2019, I made my first vision board. And I was told how to make the vision board back then. I put in pictures of everything that I wanted. I remember I put in a picture of a book because I really wanted to write a book back then, which I have. I wanted to speak in front of people, like as a speaker. And in 2020 and 2021, I spoke in front of 5,000 people while the whole world was in lockdown, was in COVID. I was part of the only dome virtual event, mega event that has happened in Asia, where I spoke in front of 5,000 people. There were 20 feet high screens in a circular dome all around me. It's like crazy. I'd never seen something like that. I never thought that it would be possible. I wrote a check to myself for an amount I'm not going to disclose, but it was an amount that today, if I look at it, it's not great. I wish I had written a bigger amount, but I also understand that the reason I wrote the amount that I wrote was that back then that's what I believed I could make. Back then that was what I believed I deserved, right? And that's what I'm going to talk about today, because manifestation works, but it also doesn't work. Like if you've not manifested your dream life yet, you're watching this video, then obviously there's something that's not working there. So what is that thing? Because it also does work. I just think that there are two camps these days. There's the manifestation camp, which is the spiritual, just sit down, believe, visualize what you want, and magically things will start happening, and your life partner will come to you, money will fall on you like rain. And I don't believe that at all. I don't. I've worked with more than 1,000 people over the last 6 years, helping them achieve their goals. But I've always done it through a process or a system that works on the inner world instead of working on the outer world. I used to work on outer world stuff first, and it never stuck, because when you push somebody to work on outer goals, like this is your schedule, follow this schedule, do this at this time, do this at this time, do this at this time, do this at this time. What ends up happening? You might do it the first day, you might do it the second day, you might do it the third day, fourth day onwards, you might miss it. Fifth day, you try, miss it again. Sixth day, you'll say, to hell with it. Tomorrow's Sunday, let me rest. And then you're off the bandwagon. It's not working anymore. If you try to force someone to do something that their identity is not aligned to do, they'll have to, they can use willpower to do it, but it feels like a constant push uphill. It's like you're pushing this rock up a hill that keeps getting steeper and steeper and steeper and steeper. Eventually, can't push anymore, and the rock crushes you as it rolls back down. And that's what ends up happening with a lot of people. They spiral back down, and they end up getting worse than when they first started. Like people who wanted to lose weight and go on this extreme diet and exercise plan, lose the weight, but then a couple of months later, they've gained it all back and more. What's the difference? Because there are also people who want to lose weight, go on a diet plan, and then keep it off. What's the difference? What's the difference between the person who pushes themselves to exhaustion, burnout, nothing happens, and then there's the other person who actually changes their whole body, and when you meet them, they're like a completely different person? What's the difference? So you've got these two camps. You've got the manifestation camp and you've got the hustle camp. And then there's the camp that actually works somewhere in the middle. And so when I started observing the people who are actually successful, who changed themselves in a way where they could attract the right kind of people into their life, they could find the right relationship, or they actually lost the weight and kept it off and became healthy, or the people who actually became rich and held on to that wealth, and you couldn't recognize these people. And the reason I realized when I met them, I said, I don't recognize this person. This person doesn't have the same vibe, the same energy. And I don't mean energy in a spiritual way. I just mean like, the vibe that you get when you meet somebody. You meet somebody and you get this feeling from them, like this person it's got something in them. I realized that the reason I'm feeling a different vibe is because I'm meeting a different person. Now this is science. This isn't some crazy thing. Like, our cells are changing every day. You know that old cells inside of your body die off and new cells are born to replace them. And every 7 years, by the way, you're not the same person anymore. Your cells completely change in your body, head to toe. Every cell in your body has changed. Every 7 years, you are literally a new person. And with the brain, it's incredible because the brain can wire in an instant. It can rewire itself in an instant, just like that. And so what I realized is that the people who managed to have real change in their life, had real transformation in their life, actually manifested their dreams. What they had done is that they had somehow figured out a way to rewire their identities. They weren't the old people that I knew back then. And I started thinking about my own life, because I used to be overweight. I had a gut, I had a double chin, I didn't really like the way I looked at all, and I'd been that way for a really long time. I'd always seen myself as overweight ever since I was a teenager. Back when I was 12, 13 years old, I gained a lot of weight, and I kept it with me for a very long time, well into my 20s. I saw myself as an overweight guy. I remember a neighbor one time was asking my mom about me when I was little, and my mom came and told me, this neighbor, he was asking about you. And I said, really? And what was she saying? So my mom said to me that she said, where is your son? That boy, he's a little round, he's like small, and he walks slowly. And somehow that identity stuck with me. In Hindi, she said, "Do jo chota hai, jo mota hai, jo dheere dheere chalta hai." So like, I'm small, but I'm round, and I walk slowly. It stuck with me somehow. And growing up, I never did any athletics. I never did any sports. I actually stayed very much to myself, protected, because I was so insecure about my body, about my masculinity. Because for a man, their masculinity is connected a lot to physicality. And I didn't believe that I had the ability to be physical. Fast forward many years, I tried really hard to lose all the weight. I went through, I would watch so many educational videos on YouTube on eating right, about the right exercises, and I'd follow through. I would try, at least in my head, I was trying really, really hard to transform my body. But the thing is, inside, I still believed the same old story. Until there was a pivotal moment in my life when I'd started practicing martial arts. And one day, my coach came and said that we're doing an event. I want to know how many of you would like to participate in a mixed martial arts competition, like a fight. It was a mixed martial arts event. And I volunteered. And right after I volunteered, a voice in my head said to me, "Are you kidding? Like, really, you're gonna participate? Are you off your head?" But I'd given my word. And another thing that I believe about myself is that once I give my word, I'll never take a step back, ever. That's just who I am as a person. And somehow that part of me that day, it transformed every other part of me inside my head. That part of me that was insecure about my body, the way I looked, and my strength and my masculinity, the way I saw myself, everything changed. Within 8 months, the fight was supposed to be in 6 months, but it got delayed a little bit. So within 8 months, I was in shape. I was in fighting shape. I stopped looking at myself as that small boy who was roundish, who walked slowly, and instead of that image, instead of that identity, I had the identity of a fighter, an identity of an athlete. And I maintain that identity even till today, even though, the arena has changed. I went from, somebody who was a fighter in a ring to somebody who became a fighter in the business world, to somebody then now who works with people and helping people fight their own inner demons through inner transformational work. I've kept that identity. I consider myself a mental athlete even today, an emotional resilience athlete, if that makes sense. Because I thank God every day for the challenges that He gives me. My life is very challenging. It's been extremely challenging growing up, but it is very challenging today. And I'm sure you're going through some challenging times today. And sometimes, when you're under stress, we have patterns, old patterns that come up. And these old patterns are in the way of manifestation. These old patterns are the things that are stopping our dreams from manifesting today. No matter how much we want them, no matter how many times we write them down, no matter how much we visualize them, if these patterns keep coming up, they're going to block us from achieving our dreams. And so, in order for manifestation to actually work, the rewiring has to happen at an identity level. And for that to happen, you need to know what your current identity is, what your current patterns are. And so I have a brilliant assessment that you could go and take. It's a gift, it's completely free. Go to the description below, there's a link over there, click on it. There's a short assessment over there that you could do. It'll take maybe 5-10 minutes. But I promise you, what it will do is it will show you a mirror. It will show you your patterns. And when you know the patterns that are holding you back, the patterns of thought, the patterns of emotion, the patterns of action, it's like a huge wake-up call. I hope that I can shake you out of these patterns through this wake-up call. And I hope that I'm a catalyst to help you start your journey of real inner and outer transformation. Thank you very much. My name is Jay. Hopefully, I'll see you again. If you enjoyed this video, maybe you can click on one of these other videos as well. It'll be really good. I'm loving making these videos, and maybe you'll enjoy another one. So yeah, probably here somewhere. Click on it. Bye.